Welcome to Stock Markets with KR. Stock Markets with KR में आपका स्वागत है. Yesterday I was watching my video and I realized that the audio is a little bit messy. सिर्फ right side से ही आवाज आता है. If that's the case, if you're facing that, then I apologize. But the thing is, I really can't do much about it क्योंकि I record from the laptop. So if the laptop decides to just play it on the right side, then there's not much that I can do. Uh, but maybe with time, if I use my mic or something, then it might help. So let's see what I can do. But enough scrolling and enough zooming out and enough zooming in. We'll start with Nifty Bank Nifty under hopefully 8 minutes. Let's hope, with all the main stocks. So starting off with Bank Nifty hourly chart पे हम लोग, and we can see कि लो के आसपास ओपन किया, previous close support लिया, and after that we saw some good moves happening, and it has been able to close above 35,000 on the spot. The spot chart is above 35,000, which is a great sign. Obviously, today was an expiry, so a larger move could have been expected after yesterday's volatile Wednesday. Now, coming to 15-minute chart, just to see how the intraday price action was, we can see, and this is where today starts, by the way. आज से ये इधर चालू होता है, and we can see how many times it took support, how many times. I'll just try to get it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 times, 9 times support at previous close. That could have been a good signal to actually enter into a long position. And after that, 35k was thoda initial thoda resistance here, and after that it was able to break through that as well. So overall, Bank Nifty looks like it is doing good. Now 38.2 level जो है 34,644 का, वो accept हो गया है, which means that it looks like the market is moving towards a bullish sentiment right now, or a bullish bias. We can see RS has also above 50, which is a good sign. And to show you the retracement better, I will just do the daily chart. So the daily chart here, what it shows us, okay, here what the daily chart shows us is that यहाँ से यहाँ तक हम लोग जब करते हैं ना, तभी we can see that, I'll just remove all the drawings, we can see that it has taken support from here. ये सपोर्ट इसने एक्सेप्ट किया तो अच्छी बात है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट चैलेंज इज गोइंग टू बी समवेयर अराउंड हियर. दिस इज ऑल्सो फिब लेवल, बाय द वे. ये भी एक फिब लेवल है, मैंने सिर्फ फिब हाइड कर दिया है. 35815 का फिब लेवल है ये. एंड एज लॉन्ग एज आई थिंक दैट इज हेल्ड, आई थिंक वी माइट सी सम रेंज बाउंड मूवमेंट्स. एक बार ये ब्रेक होता है तो एक बार 35,800 के ऊपर एक डिसाइसिव क्लोज मिलता है, और वी सी इट ट्रेडिंग अबाउट 35,800 और क्लोजिंग अबाउट 35,800. आई थिंक we will have the strength back in Bank Nifty, which is a good sign, right? It's a good sign if you're on the bullish side. It's a terrible sign if you're on the bearish side. But let's hope that we are with the trend at all times. Now coming to the intraday levels, all of these levels will be there in the description as always, so make sure you check the description. उसके अंदर में और भी काफी सारे resources रखता हूँ. This only applies if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching anywhere else, IGTV, TradingView, anywhere else, you'll only have the levels, you won't have the resources, because I don't want to spam you guys with links on all platforms. Just YouTube is enough. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and like and share and comment and do everything you can. That really helps. That makes me happy, and it feels nice, right? It feels nice. It gives me nice validation. Now HDFC Bank पे आ जाते हैं हम लोग. This is the hourly chart. We don't want hourly, we want daily chart. And what we can see here is, we can see like an inside bar being formed, a doji almost, and that means volumes are kind of high. Volumes aren't very high, so spinning top with high volumes नहीं बोल सकते, but ठीक है, moderate volumes है, better than the past 4 days or so. So that's fine. And let's see, this might just be the first sign of HDFC Bank taking support. So अगर 1490 1500 के आसपास अगर होता है trade, then I think we could expect this blue line to be tested by HDFC Bank. Next stock that we're going to talk about is Kotak Bank. Now moving to Kotak Bank, we can see a green candle आया है from this cluster itself. Again, this cluster, we've been talking about it since forever. Whether it's on the weekly videos with TFP and Anosh, or whether it is these daily videos जिस पे मैं बात करता हूँ कि ये cluster है, उस पे ही है ये. So let's see, ये hold करता है, then I think we could see 1800 plus levels proper sustained, and again strength above 1820 1830 के ऊपर. I think really it can do well, because that is uncharted territory since the past around 3 months. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Kotak Bank. Next bank we'll talk about is ICICI Bank. And ICICI Bank, we can see there's a support being taken 633. Again, this level we had already spoken about. We had already spoken about this level because इधर से ही उसने यहाँ से थोड़ा रेजिस्टेंस लेके ऊपर आया था, तो दैट कैन बी अ सपोर्ट एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग राइट नाउ. सो लेट्स सी इफ आईसीआईसीआई बैंक इज एबल टू होल्ड दिस लेवल. आई थिंक 630 के ऊपर जब तक है तब तक बुलिशनेस है. 630 के नीचे शायद 620 के आसपास तक जा सकता है. Can't rule that out. Next stock that we're going to look at, next bank that we're going to look at is SBI. SBI has also taken a support yesterday. We spoke about this level. I will highlight that level. कल मैंने level highlight नहीं किया था. I had said that somewhere around here it could take support because it has come down from here and it has bounced up from here, which means that इधर शायद कुछ action हो रहा है, and that is what we saw. Plus RSI was 60 yesterday, so it has bounced up from there, which is a good sign. In fact, a bullish sign is that today's close is right around yesterday's high. So आज का अगर high तोड़ता है, which means it is already very bullishly placed. So let's see what happens with SBI. Anyway, now we move to Nifty. I'm going to try to close this in 8 minutes. So let's see how fast I can go and how in depth I can go in that pace. So this is Nifty's hourly chart. हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि ये दो levels के बीच में ही था for the most part. In fact, एक important चीज है आज के लिए. आज का जो main most of the day. So right from the morning session till about 2 p.m. or so, the markets were very range bound. Whether you talk about Nifty, Bank Nifty stocks, if you look at Infosys and such, they are still range bound. So काफी रेंज बाउंड मूवमेंट था. इट वाज ओनली आफ्टर अराउंड 2:33 पीएम हुआ, उसके बाद ही जो रियल मूव है दैट स्टार्टेड. दैट इज आई थिंक वेरी क्लासिकल इन एक्सपायरी मूवमेंट. एक्सपायरीज ऐसे पहले होती थी. आई थिंक आई हैवंट this reminds me of pre-COVID days, if you can call it that, because that is when these expiries were very fiery and very action packed, if you can call them that. But that's what we are seeing. 15-minute chart of Nifty, we can see ki fir bhi, even though it's bullish, we can see there's no real direction to it, especially if you were an option buyer. Let's say you bought an option 15600 या कुछ लिया होता इधर, I don't think you would have made much money at the end of the day compared to ये जो bullish move दिख रहा है उतना, क्योंकि most of your premium would have been decayed in these red candles only, और उतना फिर होल्ड करने का स्टमक भी रहना चाहिए, because obviously it would have expired lower than what you would have paid for. So I think option buyers ka day aaj nahi tha, unless you were able to catch the larger move on Bank Nifty that we saw. And if you were able to make decent gains today, then good. I'm very happy for you, and you should be very happy for yourself. If you didn't, then don't worry. There's always the tomorrow. And what matters is that we are in the game. So this is Reliance. Reliance पे देख सकते हैं there's an inverted hammer here, which is not a very good sign below 2192 level, which is again not a very good sign. 2200 2300 के levels तक test किया and then it fell later on. So in fact, if we look at the 15-minute chart of Reliance, we can see how linear the fall was. Reliance has a tendency of doing that. We look at it here, we look at it here several times. We see this happening. I always say that make sure that you understand a stock's character, you understand a stock's personality before trading it, and that's what we're seeing with Reliance में I don't think अगर वो 2200 to 192 levels को sustain कर पाया तो ही I think bullishness है, otherwise I'm not sure. HDFC, now HDFC we're seeing a hammer pattern, which is a good sign, positivity, but volumes are very low, so I'm not sure. I think if it's able to hold above today's high 2570, then it's good. But let's remember 2580 to 2620 is a very important resistance level for HDFC. So I think stock is still not out of the positive zone. Infosys, clear doji, we can see one of the most clearest dojis we've ever seen. But the good sign, it is above this zone. So now there's another zone that's created possibly, which is within today's bar. So I think above today's high, once again, I know I'm saying this a lot, but आज के high के ऊपर शायद और कुछ हो सकता है, because ये थोड़ा indecisive candle है, एकदम low volume है, so I'm not quite sure what the directional cue may be. So I think that is about it for Nifty, Bank Nifty, and the top stocks. Just under 10 minutes. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks to everyone who's been liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I really appreciate it, and make sure you continue doing so if you want more of this. And please, feedback, suggestions, everything always welcome, even constructive criticism always welcome. So anyway, that's it for today. Have a nice Friday tomorrow and have a nice weekend after. Happy trading.